God restores my soul. Everyone knows Archangel Michael as the mighty warrior. But what if I told you that even in battle, his greatest work is restoration? That beyond the clash of light and darkness, Michael stands beside you as heaven's gentle healer, guiding your weary soul back into peace, back into light, back into God. 1. The weary soul. There are moments when the weight of life feels too heavy to carry. The noise of the world, the burden of loss, the pain of regret. They press upon your spirit until you feel distant from the light. You pray, but your heart feels silent. You hope, but your faith feels faint. Yet even here, in this sacred exhaustion, heaven moves toward you. In the stillness, Archangel Michael stands close. His wings shimmer with golden calm. His eyes reflect eternity's compassion. He does not speak first. He simply listens. He listens to the ache of your heart, to the words you cannot say, to the prayers that tremble like broken wings. Then softly he whispers, "You are not lost." God restores your soul, Psalm 23 says. He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. This is not just poetry. It is a promise, a covenant written into the design of heaven. Restoration is God's nature. Renewal is heaven's rhythm. Every broken spirit is destined for healing. Every weary heart will be made whole. 2. The ministry of Michael, restorer of souls. Archangel Michael is known as the commander of heaven's armies, but his battles are not waged only with sword and fire. Often they are fought in silence, in the invisible places where your faith is fading and your hope grows dim. Michael's mission is not only to drive out darkness, but to lift your soul back into the light after the battle is done. In the ancient writings, Michael is called the protector of the children of light. He stands between despair and restoration, between loss and renewal. When you fall, he kneels beside you. When you cry, he shields you. When you think you cannot rise again, he speaks your name back to the heavens, reminding God of his promise to restore. It is said that when souls grow weary in prayer, Michael carries their silent petitions before the throne. When the righteous feel forgotten, he stands in intercession. And when you feel far from yourself, he restores you, piece by piece, until you remember who you are, a child of light, made in the image of the eternal. 3. The Valley of Shadows. Restoration does not come without journey. Between brokenness and renewal lies a valley, the Valley of Shadows. In that place, you may feel forgotten. You may wonder why healing takes so long, why peace feels so far. Yet even here, Michael walks beside you. He reminds you that shadows cannot exist without light. Every valley ends in a sunrise. Every tear waters the soil of new beginnings. God allows the valley not to punish you, but to prepare you, to deepen your compassion, to strengthen your faith, to teach you that peace is not found in the absence of pain, but in the presence of God. As you walk through the valley, Michael whispers, "Do not be afraid. The Lord restores your soul. His wings cover you when doubt surrounds you. His light guides you when you cannot see the way." And slowly the valley begins to open. The shadows begin to lift. The first rays of heaven's dawn begin to warm your spirit. 4. The waters of renewal. Imagine standing by a quiet stream, water flowing clear and endless. This is the river of restoration. Scripture says, "He leads me beside still waters." Each drop carries divine mercy. Each ripple reflects heaven's grace. Here Michael stands as guardian of the waters. He bids you come and rest. He invites your weary soul to bathe in God's peace, to release the weight you've been carrying. The water washes away the dust of disappointment, the stains of sorrow, the heaviness of regret. In its flow, you hear the voice of God whispering through eternity, "Behold, I make all things new." As you rest beside these waters, the restoration begins. Your heart, once heavy, begins to lift. Your spirit, once weary, begins to breathe again. You remember that peace is not something you earn, it is something you are given. You realize that healing was never lost. It was waiting for you to be still. 5. The prophecy of renewal. In the book of Revelation, the angel declares, "He who sat upon the throne said, 'Behold, I make all things new.'" This is the eternal prophecy, the divine rhythm of death and resurrection, loss and restoration. It is written into the story of every soul. Archangel Michael holds this prophecy in his heart. His battles are not fought merely to destroy darkness, but to make room for light to rise again. Every war in heaven ends with restoration on earth. Every defeat you face carries within it the seed of new life. When you surrender your pain to God, you align yourself with this prophecy. You open your heart to restoration. You invite heaven to rebuild what was broken. Michael stands beside you in this sacred exchange, reminding you, nothing is truly lost in God. Everything that was broken can be made whole again. 6. The sacred work of healing. Healing takes time. Restoration is not rushed. It is a sacred process, shaped by patience, silence, and grace. Michael teaches you to trust the timing of heaven. He reminds you that even when you feel nothing changing, God is already working beneath the surface, mending what eyes cannot see, renewing what hearts cannot yet feel. Sometimes God restores not by giving back what was lost, but by giving you something greater: understanding, wisdom, peace. He teaches you to see beauty even in the broken pieces. Michael's wings cover you in these moments, shielding your fragile faith until it grows strong again. He whispers, "Do not rush your healing. Do not fear the silence. The Creator is shaping something new within you. Trust the hands that hold the universe. They also hold your soul." 7. The return to light. And then one morning, you awaken to peace. The heaviness has lifted. The shadows have retreated. The air feels lighter, your heart stronger. You realize the valley has ended. You have crossed through the waters, and now you stand once again in the light. Michael stands beside you, radiant and calm. His sword gleams not for battle, but for blessing. He smiles because he knows the restoration is complete. You have remembered your light. You have returned to your source. You have discovered that God never left you. He was restoring you all along. 8. The eternal lesson of restoration. Restoration is not a one-time gift. It is the rhythm of life. Fall and rise, break and mend, lose and find, die and live again. Michael teaches that restoration is woven into creation itself. The trees shed leaves and bloom again. The sun sets only to rise. Rivers dry and flow once more. Your soul, too, follows this sacred pattern. So when the world grows dark, when hope seems gone, remember this: God restores. He restores faith that was broken, dreams that were lost, love that was wounded, strength that was forgotten. Michael stands as witness to this divine truth. His wings are the bridge between despair and rebirth. His sword, once a weapon, becomes a symbol of light reborn. So the next time your soul feels weary, do not despair. Call upon Archangel Michael. Do not only ask him to fight for you, but ask him to help you heal. Ask him to walk with you through the valley, to guard you beside the waters, to lift you back into the light. Because he is more than a warrior, he is a restorer. And when you feel the warmth of peace return to your heart, when your faith begins to sing again, know this truth: God restores your soul, not once, not sometimes, but always. Because in heaven's rhythm, every ending is a beginning, and every broken soul is destined to shine again. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He restores my soul.